Thursday, July 20th, and the heat wave continues and the drought continues here in the Mid-Atlantic. Let's talk President Trump's interview with the New York Times. President Trump, I don't think it's surprising at all how he acts, but he is doing everything he can to destroy his legacy, to destroy whatever that's going to be, and to destroy his presidency. He is so focused on this Russia investigation that he just keeps sticking his foot in his mouth or keeps shooting himself in the foot, which makes the investigation get bigger and bigger and probably encourages someone like Robert Mueller to find more. I mean, Mr. Mueller's keeping his head down and just moving forward. We've been clear. I never thought that there was any real collusion, any collusion whatsoever between the president and Russia. I just don't think it happened. I think he was busy out in the road, running around. I think he had people like Michael Flynn and obviously his son doing these things, whatever they were doing. But I don't think he really knew much about it, was involved in it. His focus was being the PR man, being out there pushing his message. And he did. And he won. But what he's now done is he keeps coming back to that. Instead of forgetting about it and governing and being president, he keeps putting himself into a position where the Republicans sure don't want to support him. I mean, you heard him yelling yesterday after the health care bill just fell on its face. Very much reason, not only because of the Republicans, because the president has no real beliefs. So he really couldn't back it. And so it's his loss too. So he calls in all the senators. He says, let's do something. They're not going to do anything. Nobody's going to listen to a president who has no credibility. And his problem is all he's doing is focusing on Russia. So now he's putting up red lines with Mr. Mueller. Hey, red line. You go over the red line and you look into my financials, it's over. What do you mean it's over? Pretty much is what he said. Yet at the same time, he goes on TV yesterday and says, what do people have to hide with their personal information for voting? Put it out there. What do you have to hide? What do you have to hide? Well, Mr. President, by doing this, you put yourself in the same position because the question is, what do you have to hide with your financial dealings with Russia? We all know you have financial dealings with Russia. Your sons admitted it. We know it. It's there. So why don't you just admit it instead of not telling the truth and acting like the only thing he's ever done with them was the Miss Universe contest? So as all this goes on, as we get more and more into minutia of his misrepresentations or whatever, or exaggerations, his administration goes down the drain. This tax thing, I don't think it's going to work. They can talk all they want, but big deal. Who's going to back the man? It doesn't make sense. But it does make sense because this is Donald Trump. He is intent on using the Second Amendment to keep shooting himself in the foot. Makes one wonder, doesn't it? You fight so hard to be president, then you fight so hard to make yourself a failure. Wow. Man may become one of the all-time losers in presidential history. Peace.